Hey, this is JB from Tales from the Podcast, here with a lot of people.
Hi, JB! Hi! Oh, not that loud? Okay, sorry.
You're good, you're good.
Okay.
So anyways, I know Dirk personally. I've met him a few times now.
Still like him?
Yeah, he's okay. He's not horrible. You know, he responds, which is a nice thing.
You really don't know him, but go ahead.
7 out of 10 on a good day.
7 out of 10. 3? All right. Well, I will say this time's been a lot better. I brought stickers for everybody at least. You'll get yours, of course. So, anyways, Dirk, man, starting off with you. I know you got your whole new butt, oh man, I'm just ready to there.
Well, it's fair because we have a lot of books. We got Butts and Seats, we got High-Ons, we got Tales of Mystery, we got Cthulhu Jr. We have a lot of stuff going on.
Right. Like I was talking to you earlier, the Cthulhu Jr. just happens to be like my daughter's, one of her favorite bedtime stories at the moment and everything. And I know that you said you actually have something coming up with that soon too.
Yep, the full graphic novel's coming out in May. So the schedule right now is we're standing is going to be Butts and Seats will be dropping this fall. Tales Haunted High-Ons will be coming out in November. Tales of Mystery Volume 5 in October. And then Cthulhu Jr. in May. So that was a total Tetris game. So now you can look at your calendar and figure that out.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot.
We're super excited about We're super excited about Butts and Seats, Junior, Haunted High-Ons, it's fun.
Now, what can you and Tony tell me about Butts and Seats?
Well, I got a lot coming up. Especially since Drena is so close to me.
She looks good there.
It is
stranger danger.
No, I could say this, that it's a story about my career in wrestling and my career afterwards, or during the time that I was out of wrestling. And it's very well done, and I'm really excited about this team that we put together. People I really trust, and I'm just really excited about this.
Right. You've been with wrestling doing a lot of the commentary and everything for quite a while now, haven't you?
Yeah, I figured it up the other day. Now, I started in '83. I did all through the '90s. I did 2001. I came back and did some in 2019. And now I'm doing something in 2020, 2021. So I've done wrestling in 5 different decades.
That's insane.
Holy shit.
Right.
Okay, so...
someone should write a book about your career.
How about that? No, it should be a graphic novel, not a book, a graphic novel. Because that's... Yeah, I think it'll work. We got a good editor. If you can recommend a good writer, we will go ahead and get one.
What I do is I bang on the keyboard until the red squiggly line disappears, and then I go to the next word.
Well, if you need a good writer, my buddy Ron, who co-hosts the show with me, he's actually a huge fan of yours. He was like, you guys talk
I'll see you guys later. You guys have fun.
Stay right there for comic relief.
Right. Well, speaking of your wrestling career, I do have a question about that.
Okay.
So, it
was all real.
What?
Okay, go ahead.
I don't have any more questions.
I tried to assume.
No. So you did a lot of stuff, like you said, in the 90s and everything. So I know you did stuff with WCW then.
Yeah.
And then, with the 90s, brought out like the Attitude Era. And now you're doing things with like AEW.
Right.
Now, with that being said, do you think some of these older wrestlers should be adapting a little bit more to the way things are nowadays compared to the Attitude Era and the way, especially like the WCW, like the Attitude Era there, where I guess the raunchiness was pretty wild.
Right. I did not really watch the Attitude Era on WWE. I obviously saw what the crazy stuff they did in WCW, but I really think if you go back, I've said this many times, you go back and take a look at the product that is out there right now. What was done in ECW back in the day has kind of stood the test of time. The tables and all the chairs and all the things that they use. And it's more, wrestling is a more acrobatic thing. Fans go crazy when they see someone flip over the top rope and land on somebody and do the dive. So they adapt more? Yeah, I think they should. I mean, I have. I like what I see now. I really enjoy that. And that's not what I grew up on. It's not what I announced about. It wasn't the same wrestling, but I did that. So yeah.
WCW is where I started like watching wrestling.
Really?
And somebody born in the late 80s.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, my favorite wrestling game is WCW Nitro for Nintendo 64.
Wow.
Which I still have.
How about that?
Did you do the voice on that one, Tony?
I may have. I would go to EA Sports in Vancouver for like a week, 4 days, 5 days, and just voice over different inflections. So I may have done that. If it was an EA Sports game, which it probably was, then I probably did voice over.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I don't think we've ever talked about this anywhere. That was one of the parts of Tony's career that we ended up not fitting in the book.
Right.
Was all of the, we talked about it a lot, was all the video game work. Because ultimately there's only so much you can get in. We have to save something for 2 butts, 2 seats. But that was something we did talk about in the original interview. The whole process that we had, because it was fascinating. As someone else that played wrestling games when I was younger, and talk about it.
Yeah. It's definitely something I've noticed with a lot of like interviews, especially with wrestling people, that the video games never really get mentioned too much.
But they're a huge part of everybody's life. They're a big part. You design your own wrestler, and then you have Tony Schiavone calling like your wrestler's moves.
Right.
It was pretty bad with WCW Nitro though. Like you really didn't get too much characterization when you were doing it. It didn't look the way it does nowadays, to say the least.
Of course, nothing does.
No,
Not even the real wrestling. It doesn't look the way it looks.
no, it really doesn't at all. So, Dirk, man, I know that you said you got a lot going on and everything with all the work that you're doing. Is there anything that you can tell us about some of these upcoming books that you have running?
Like I said, we're launching a Kickstarter.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All that, we're up past Tony's bedtime.
Yeah, you sure are.
It's past 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Right now, he wants to go to his blue hair buffet and just go to bed.
That's exactly
Hang in
right.
there, Tony.
That's
Hang in there. We're close.
As long as I got soft food, I can take my teeth out of my head.
October, we're doing the Kickstarter for Tales of Mystery Volume 5, as well as the Tales of Mystery Omnibus of the Podium. Super excited to get Mystery back. He's been asleep for a minute. So to bring that book back, and I know people have been waiting for this campaign. So the amount of stretch goals and even some of the add-ons we're doing for this is stuff that not only have I never done in a campaign, we're doing stuff that I don't think's ever been done in any Kickstarter or comic campaign. And I take a lot of pride in the fact of being one of the early adapters to Kickstarter and doing a lot of the stuff now that a lot of other people can continue to carry forward with. Right. So now I recognize we gotta continue to evolve. We gotta continue to set new levels of, not excellence, at least adequate. Because if there's one thing I've learned from working with Tony for years, you don't have to be excellent, you just have to be adequate for a really long time. And then if you do that, you can make a career out of it.
Right. Yeah, don't be a man of success, be a man of value.
That's fair. How is it editing these people for you?
I don't know. I tend to drown them out after a while. This ball busting that they do is nonstop.
Yeah.
So I just try to prep anything and I'm out. It's a lot of fun actually.
Oh, I bet. It has to be a blast.
The highlight of quarantine. was Arsenal Calls. Taking me out of this little isolation that I've been in. Get to talk to the poor guys, once a week or once every other week. We would talk for a couple hours. That was the best part of the last year. It's awesome.
And that's really, really cool.
It was tough. Being in isolation was tough, but the amount of work we all did in the work, those Zoom calls were a champion. And Drena is really, we always call her the boss, but she's the one that really kept all of us alive. She'd keep Tony awake. She would like yell at us.
They give me too much credit, honestly. All I would do
I'm sure
is,
you deserve it.
Yeah, they're very good professionals. I never really had to do a lot to rein them in or anything. Just like a little, I don't know if that story is going to be able to make it in because it's a little too risque. I would say raunchy. It was risque, it was okay. If it was raunchy, it wasn't but there's a lot of stories that are in my head that never made it to the book. That I can't get out, no matter how hard I try.
Well, I'm curious, can you let one of them out now?
No.
We gave you the video game one that didn't get it. That was not risque.
No. I want to hear what the raunchy one.
Well, again, $2, 2 seats, a sequel. Maybe we'll be
Not official. Not official title.
No,
not an official title.
Yeah, because Britt Baker wants to have 2 bricks, 2 seats, or bricks in seats. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see where this fight ends.
That's awesome, man. I'm very excited with everything that you guys have going on. I can't wait to be part of it. As you know, I'm already part of the groups that you do. I already contributed to a lot of the things that you've already done in the past. And I know that even a friend of ours, Josh Nealon, has kind of adapted and kind of using your system with his new series that he has coming out with Turkey Sharks.
No, yeah, and I backed that campaign. I'm really excited. And again, anytime I didn't invent Kickstarter. I really didn't invent crowdfunding.
But you took it to another level.
Well, I appreciate that. And I'm glad that, to be able to pay it forward. Is a big thing for me. And if I can... A high tide raises all ships, is all it comes down to. When people like Josh are successful, they'll continue to pay it forward to other people. When we develop new ways, even with the Kickstarter campaign for Butts and Seats, it's the highest funded... or the highest crowdfunded wrestling book of all time.
I 100% believe
and that's amazing, and now other people are going to be gunning for us and trying to take our record. That's cool. That's good. But to do that, you got to give the fans what they want. You got to give them high value product, high quality product, and treat them the right way. So I'm all about it, man. I'm really, really excited about continuing to evolve this process. The work we've done with Tony and the work we have going forward. It's cool, man. I appreciate your support and everybody out there.
Tony, this has been quite a change for you from doing the wrestling commentation to writing a comic book with Dirk.
It's been a great experience. It really has. I really bust his balls, but he is a real pro. He throws out more cliches than anyone I've ever heard in my life. That's okay. Tide rises all ships. Pay it forward. Keep your eye on the ball. Shit like that. Well, other than that, he's done a hell of a job. I think it's a great team. I hope it's just the start of something we can do down the road. And I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about being in these comic cons. Ann Arbor's a great little town, man. I didn't realize how great of a town it was until I got here.
Astronomicon is a fantastic.
Those are my guys.
I love these guys.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They do a good job, that's for sure. Yeah. So, anyways, I really want to thank everybody very, very much for being part of this. I'm happy I was able to get all 4 of you on here. That's great. All 4 of us.
All 4 of them.
I'm part of this now too. No.
Yes. $2, 2 seats, man. You'll be in it. Right?
What does that name suck?
It could be worse. At least I'm part of it. Do you want to tell everybody where they can go ahead and actually donate for this campaign and be part of it too?
Pre-sales on the current campaign. I think we're pretty much ramping up right now, but you'll be able to get the book through Simon & Schuster. Anywhere graphic novels are sold this fall, you will be able to get this book. But if people want to stay in touch with me, I'm on all social media at Dirk Manning. DirkManning.com as a mailing. You can subscribe to my mailing list. I send out a newsletter once a month. All killer, no filler. That's a little cliche for
That's
you.
another one. I knew one was coming out.
Okay, I was saving that one. I did one in the chamber. There's another one. No, but people can sign up for the mailing list and get updates that way. And things like that. When I'm going to be doing the bricks and seats, which will sell more than the book I've been recording. But no, just social media at Dirk Manning and stay in touch that way.
Awesome. How about you, Tony? How can people find you?
They can find me asleep, usually Marietta Beach. No, you can go at Tony Schiavone 24, Twitter and Instagram. Not really on Facebook. And obviously, go to AEW. Check us out at AEWWrestling.com.
Awesome. Now, what if people need any more work edited? Do you do anything outside of working with Tony and Dirk?
Oh yeah, I have many clients. I have a lot of clients. Yeah.
Tell everybody where they can find you as well.
Drena Gem. I'm easy to find on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Very, very cool. One more thing, our podcast, which has been a very successful podcast, is at WHWMonday.com. WHWMonday.com. All of our merchandise is at boxofgimmicks.com and lowestrules.com. I'm on a network, which is on Westwood One, a wrestling podcast network. We're in episode 245, I think, by this time. So we've done quite well.
Very cool. Well, thank you all for being part of this. And
Thank you, man. This togetherness during the pandemic has been nice to be able to do this close.
right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and let you get back to these crowds, which are starting to fill up.
Yeah, we got
All right.
Thank you, man.
So, thank you all.
Thank you all.
All right, bye.
Thanks for listening, kiddies. You're all a scream.